This is the 11th year the Board of Directors of the Georgia Peanut Commission has chosen to recognize 5 farmers as the Outstanding Georgia Peanut Farmers of the Year. This award is designed to honor farmers who have given lifelong devotion to peanut farming and at the same time service to their neighbors and communities. This award is sponsored by the Georgia Peanut Commission and Agri Supply.
The District 1 winner, as I said, is Mr. Martine Phillips of Colquitt. He's a third-generation farmer who started farming in 1951 on 750 acres of peanuts, cotton, and corn. He farmed with 2-row equipment. In 1955, Martine's brother Milton started to farm with him, and they worked land in a 50-50 partnership. In addition to working their own land, they also rented land from neighboring farms. And at one point, they owned 8,000 acres and farmed over 9,000 acres in 3 counties, Miller, Baker, and Early. In 1957, Martine and his brother were one of 4 farmers in Miller County who made over 1 ton of peanuts to the acre. In 1963, their peanut yield in one field was 3,300 pounds. In the 70s, they started to irrigate crops and added additional irrigation systems through the rest of their farming careers. Also in the 70s, they ran about 700 head of cattle on pasture and fed out about 1,500 head of cattle. In 2013, the peanut yield in one field they had was 8,442 pounds. Martine informed the farm hands that year that that would be the last year that he would plow a tractor. A good note to leave on, I guess. And one comment about the irrigation, they were the only ones that had more cable tow irrigation than I did. My dad and brother and I had 6 or 8 cable tow travelers, and they had more than that. So in 2015, Milton and Martine were named Farmers of the Year and inducted into the Miller County Agricultural Hall of Fame. In the 67 years that Martine farmed, his crops included peanuts, cotton, corn, soybeans, milo, wheat, sunflowers, popcorn, and rye. He also grew a community garden for his neighbors, including watermelons, butter beans, peas, sweet corn, squash, cucumbers, tomatoes, and cantaloupe. Of all the crops he grew, peanuts was always his favorite, and he loved green boiled peanuts. In 2018, Martine retired from farming and split his farm with his brother. And then Martine rented his part to his son, Marty Phillips, and then in 2022, Martine sold the farm to his son, who will continue to farm legacy on their family farm with his son, Holden Phillips. Martine was the youngest person to serve on the Miller County Commission back in the 60s through 70s. He also served during the 70s and 80s on the Board of Directors of Miller County Farm Bureau. In 1991, Martine was one of the original investors in Miller County Gin. Through the years, he's been a member of the FFA and Young Farmers and Georgia Farm Bureau. Martine's spouse of 60 years, Miss Frankie, passed away in 2020. Together they have 4 children, Sheila, Lisa, Marty, and Seal, along with 6 grandchildren and 3 great-grandchildren.
Our District 2 winner is Mr. Billy Senkbeil of Sylvester, Georgia. Mr. Billy is a 3rd-generation farmer who began farming in 1962 and just completed his 63rd peanut crop in 24. Mr. Billy strip-till farms, growing peanuts and cotton with black oats as his cover crop. In the early years of farming, he attended ABAC Agricultural College, and I just learned that he said it was already a 6-year. Him and Mr. Armand said it was a 6-year college back when they was there. So they just upgrading it to a 4-year college. So, but anyway, and he served at the Armed Forces from 1965 to 1972 as a medic, and that's a great accomplishment also. Through the years, Mr. Billy remained a dryland farmer with his motto, prayer is better than pivots. And I think we all know if we farming, you better be praying,
That's right.
whether you got a pivot or not. So through the years, Mr. Billy has volunteered with a variety of organizations. And Mr. Billy currently serves as director of Mitchell EMC and Georgia EMC boards, where he always promotes Georgia peanuts at the meetings, handing out the little red bags. He has served the Worth County FSA Committee and on the Worth Academy School Board. Now, that's a compliment to itself to be on the school board. If y'all ain't never served on the school board, you need to. You'll learn a lot there too. And Mr. Billy is also a member of the Georgia Farm Bureau of Worth County Young Farmers. In 2006, Mr. Billy was named Senior Farmer of the Year of Worth County. He also has made the Guinness Books of World Records for growing the largest peanut. And I don't know if it still holds or
No,
not.
it doesn't.
don't?
No.
We need to work on that.
That's
don't we?
right.
He also been promoter of peanuts, even appeared in the Continental Airlines Flying for Peanuts commercials during the 1980s. In his spare time, he loves flying and collecting pedal tractors. And also, the commercials, he was in the Super Bowl commercial
Right.
2 or 3 times or whatever.
Couple times,
in the early 90s. And Mr. Billy is a member of Gordy New Bethel Baptist Church, where he serves as a deacon and a Sunday school director. And Mr. Billy is married to Miss Marcia, and they have 2 children, Amanda and Jill, as well as 4 grandchildren.
But our winner for District 3 is Daniel Johnson of Alma, Georgia. He's a 3rd-generation farmer and has been farming for 41 years on D.L. Johnson Farm. Johnson's farm started with 171 acres, and he has built it up to what is today, along with his family. Today, the farm consists of 3,600 acres of peanuts, cotton, tobacco, hay, and timber. He has grown peanuts for 21 years and was one of the first farmers in Pierce County to plant peanuts on a large scale. Currently, Daniel serves as the first vice president of Georgia Farm Bureau and chairman of the Georgia Tobacco Commission. Through the years, he has served a variety of roles with various agricultural organizations, including president of the Pierce County Farm Bureau and Georgia Young Farmers. Daniel is a graduate of the Georgia Agri Leaders Program and a 2-time winner of the Sunbelt Ag Expo Georgia Farmer of the Year Award in 2001 and 2007. He is married to Patricia, and they have 4 children, Lindsay, Leanne, Dan, and Dawson, as well as 4 grandchildren, and 1 more is on the way. So congratulations, Daniel.
It's my pleasure to introduce you District 4 winner, Mr. Wayne Peavy. He's a 3rd-generation farmer, began farming in 1959. In his early years, Wayne farmed with his father on approximately 400 acres. Some of his early crops on his farm included peanuts, cotton, watermelons, corn, and wheat. Today, Wayne farmed with his son Jeff and his grandson Ethan and Travis on 4,600 acres of cotton and peanuts. Wayne's a member of the Dooley County Farm Bureau, where he served on the local county board. He's also served on the Dooley County FSA office, director of Citizen Bank, Flag Bank, and on the board of directors of Fulton Academy. In 1984, Wayne was named Conservation of the Year for the Okmulgee River Soil and Water Conservation District. Through the years, Wayne coordinated nematode tests on his farm through the Extension Service. Wayne also is a deacon at Liberty Baptist Church. Wayne is married to his wife, Beverly, for 63 years. They have 2 children, Jeffrey Wayne and Lisa Renee, and also 6 grandkids and 9 great-grandkids.
Good morning, and I'd like to introduce you to Miss Frankie Sauls, and today we are honoring her husband, Mr. Billy Sauls. The award this year is presented to Sauls Partnership of Shellman, Georgia. The Sauls family began farming in 1958 with 600 acres on halves. Today, the farming operation consists of 7,000 acres of peanuts, corn, cotton, soybeans, wheat, grain sorghum, and pecans and cattle. Mr. Billy and Miss Frankie have two sons who are involved in the family farm, Jason and Gary. Frankie's brother, also Mr. Jack, is here with us today, and grandchildren are also involved in the farming partnership. Mr. Billy loved excavator work and clearing land for farming. He was the first farmer to run an Amatis 6-row peanut picker. Amatis presented him with a plaque for helping to develop the world's first 8-row self-propelled peanut combine. Mr. Billy passed away in 2021, but the family continued the farming operation through Sauls Partnership. Family members have been committed to serving agriculture and their communities in various ways. Mr. Billy served as an executive board member for Quality Gin and on the school board for Randolph Southern. Ms. Frankie served 25 years on the board for the North Chattahoochee River Soil and Water Conservation District. Jason has served for 9 years on the Randolph County FSA Committee as a board member for Randolph Southern and an advisory board member for the Georgia Peanut Commission. Jason is also a graduate of the Peanut Leadership Academy, and Jason's son Brett is currently serving as an advisory board member for District 5 in the Georgia Peanut Commission. Sauls Partnership has been recognized through the years for their high-yielding peanuts in the University of Georgia Moneymaker Peanut Club, which is currently known as the Georgia Peanut Achievement Club. Sauls Partnership received state honors in 1996 and 2008 for the highest peanut yield in Georgia and won their district in the 600-plus acre category in 1995, 1998, and 2003. Mr. Billy is survived by his wife, Miss Frankie here, 4 children, Jason, Gary, Robin, and Julie, 13 grandchildren, and 7 great-grandchildren.